Hola. Yeah, I just wanted to, just trying to get anyone to listen to me. Just concerned no one cares about what I'm saying, that it's true. Just know that it is. I've lived it. Blanca and I have basically worked together. She doesn't know that she helped me every single time that we interacted together in the little 2+ years. Every time that I would see a different part of her mechanism, I could see why, when. I always knew exactly when I'm talking to sweet, normal Blanca and when I'm not. When I'm just by what she says, if it's not what we're talking about, or if it makes no sense, just by the things she says, I can tell when she's not looking at me. That's not her. Because her mechanism doesn't want to flatter me, doesn't want to give me any assurance, so she never looks at me when we're talking. She'll look down or like she's too busy or occupied. This is absolutely powerful stuff. Never knew it was going to get to this point. I just had a few things I wanted to, because I went through the recordings and noticed, I get sidetracked and go off in a different subject because it's so complicated. Oh my God. We lived it. It's not something blah I can just tell you or explain to anyone. But I have to, she has to get rid of this. It's gonna hurt her. She's gonna be keeping in a loop, in a loop, in a loop, and she's going to spark on whoever she's with. It's not just me. I'm looking at some of my notes. I remember I told Shirley back around October, November, when I could tell she was giving me lots of no reassurance. And I told Shirley, I think she's afraid to not like me, or that she's going to like me and love me and show it. And recently, of course, it's not her because she showed me. It's her mechanism that is afraid to show me that. all these times, back to us being married in Mexico and not qualifying to be divorced there, us not having a marriage certificate on any record, and then I noticed online there is no record. Of course, attorneys have it on their computers, but on the public domains, like the state or any government website, there is no marriage certificate that we were married here, of course. And there is no, our divorce certificate that both of us signed in front of the judge, in front of her attorney, that should be posted on the internet, on their document websites. It's not. And so my idea, because of that, was if Blanca and I, if it came to that, and we were curious. Both of us would walk in, ask to see the judge, and say, "Judge, how can we be divorced if we were never married here?" And then he would think, "I don't know, let me check." So he would have to ask his DA, his district attorney, ask his staff to come in the room. Where is the basic document for any case in Roman law? That's what we're based on. You need the base document that goes in the file, the folder first, to build a case. I could imagine them saying, "Well, we just assumed that they were married." And then he would call both of our attorneys. For hers, both of them. "Where's the document that says they're married here?" "Oh, we don't have it." Doris, Blanca's attorney, should have said, "Blanca, I guess you were married in Mexico, but I need that certificate. And this is what I read on many websites. For us to be even recognized to be married in the United States, her attorney, or we should have, any time before we got divorced. The first week after we arrived here married in the United States, the first year, the first 5 years. For us to be recognized in the United States to be legally married, we would have had to take our green marriage certificate from Mexico, take it to be translated by a certified translator, and have it certified, pay for it to be certified that it is a legal document and that it was translated. I think it's called, there's a French word, I forget what they called it, lawyer words. And then we would had to submit that to an attorney or the government. We didn't do that. We didn't know that we had to. So that's why we're not married in the United States. And even, I haven't checked, but for all this last summer, we don't have a divorce. If we would have said, "Your Honor, pull up on your website, where does it show that we're divorced?" So knowing that, he would ask both attorneys, his DA, and his staff, "Why isn't the damn document in the file that shows they're married?" That's all I'm saying. I mentioned this priest that was in jail. He had a very bad childhood. His mom was a bruja. Very bad growing up. He told me he did have a mechanism activated, of course, when he was a kid. And that he's been dealing with it. And I just wanted to add, after this really in-depth talk, we both sat over by a wall or by the end of a bed for hours and talked. And sure enough, his trigger, his mechanism, I guess, panicked, and he stayed away from me for the rest of the time I was there, for 2 more days. And he avoided me because he didn't want to get more, just like Blanca's mechanism. He panicked and he didn't want to go anywhere more to telling anything about himself. Just saying. The opposites and putting on airs, there was a lot of them, Blanca. Most of them were very, very cute. When we discovered that Alex invited us to go, which I didn't plan to go to Mexico. I thought I was gonna die 3 times in the months before. The pain was so bad. Blanca knows it. She's very proud of me And she told me in a text, she goes, "Hola guapísimo." And I asked, why? I haven't heard that in a while. Why do I deserve that? She goes, "I'm very proud of you that you quit testosterone on yourself with testosterone therapy," which is why I was sick, because I quit cold turkey. And I was having withdrawal symptoms of not taking the testosterone. That's why it took me months to get sick, which was killing me. Blanca knew it. She took care of me so well. Oh my God, she took care of me so well. And so the day before we went to Mexico, I came to her apartment. I swear I was gonna die. I laid down on her bed. She took care of me, made a sandwich. She was busy on the phone. I had to go to the bathroom, and I felt so bad. I just thought, I'm gonna get off from this toilet, walk by Blanca, say I'm going to the emergency room. I know it's gonna cost a lot of money, but my 2 surgeons are gonna be there. I'll be in good care. And that was the plan when I'm sitting on the toilet. So I flushed the toilet, got up, and by the time I got to where Blanca was sitting at her dining room table, she was busy on the phone or on the computer. I'm like, oh my God, I feel 100% better. And that was the 4th time me going to number 2 somehow made me feel way better. And I'd mentioned that to the doctor in Mexico, and he never took that into account. I don't know why. Okay, whatever. But by the time I got there, then I told her, wow, I feel better. And then we called Edith on the phone. First time I spoke to Edith in many years. She was very cool. Recommended to go to the pharmacy, which we did. Blanca drove, and anyways, I went home. When I got home, Blanca texted me, "Hey, Alex said to come to Mexico," and she sent me, I have these beautiful texts of beautiful words. "We still love you. Come here, me, Alex, and Mara will take care of you and help with the doctors and this and that." And I was almost in tears. And it was very cool. And so we were talking about getting my visa, and in the text, Blanca says, "Oh, let's go find your visa." So I did, found out it's not expired, happy, and we're like, "Vámonos, let's go to Mexico." I'm like, okay. Very cool time. I was on cloud 9, even though I was dying. In the morning, Blanca texts me, "Oh, I'm gonna go to the mall to get some comfortable shoes." I'm like, holy shit. That's nice. And then she goes, "Hey, could you wear your blazer?" Because one of our favorite shows, Reba, the ex-husband always wore a blazer. He was a dentist, and one time I said, "Hey, I want to get a blazer like that." And she's like, "Wow, cool." We went and she picked one out. We went to a thrift store and got a pretty nice blazer, and she really liked the blazer. And so she asked me, "Hey, can you wear your blazer, please?" And I'm thinking, Blanca, I'm going there to save my life, not of social. And then my sciatic kicked in, and I couldn't move. I couldn't even get dressed. So I packed my jeans and boots and the blazer, just to try to wear it if I felt better. But that was funny that she asked that. My point is, when her mechanism is that ornery, I told Shirley one time, we were in her office. This was back in the summer, I think, after She was in Mexico. I told Shirley, if Blanca was here right now and I walked in with my blazer on, she would go, "What do you got that old thing on for?" Just to no reassurance me. And I would bet right now, if she was right here, and if I mentioned Trump won the election, she would be like, that's so old. I'm like, baby, you love Donald Trump and when he was president. And if I mentioned Greg Gutfeld or fat former Governor Chris Christie that she loved so much when Gutfeld would say something about eating or fat or something, then they put up that picture of Governor Chris Christie, big overweight guy. God, that was her favorite. But if I put that on, she'd be like, seriously, that kind of look. I'm reading my notes I wanted to say. I don't know if anyone's gonna even see this video, but it's better than texting. And my notes say, Blanca, why would you, Blanca, go and bet on go to an unknown relationship to a person it's impossible to get to know him? Why? Because he's divorced. You don't know who failed that marriage. Neither of us failed in ours. The two of them. The almost one and the second one. We didn't cheat on each other. We didn't abuse or beat each other. There was no alcohol and drugs. You should hear the stories that I've had to hear of real abuse. One guy was sorry that he accidentally pointed the gun to his wife's chest, and then he said, "I'm sorry that the gun went off." I'm like, are you kidding me? Oh my God, that's so bad. And I did nothing, and Blanca did nothing, but we're divorced over basically nothing. Now it turns out that it's about a recording that happened right at the bad time that we almost got divorced. That was 2 or 3 days after Gun Day. And Blanca, Rosa, Mata, whoever's listening to this, Gun Day, that was not her. She was not there. That was her mechanism. Jumped right in to manage her stress of me and Tyler, or whatever happened in the living room. She came out, saw my gun in my hand because I had just picked it up because I got it from where I had it hidden for the garage sale at the front of the garage. And I had just cleared it, dropped the clip, had it clear, and she walks in the garage and sees the gun in my hand, the same gun that she has picked up from under my pillow, put it on the side table whenever she makes the bed. She was very comfortable with the gun. I never trained her on it, taught her, told her anything about the gun. She was just comfortable, that she trusted me that it would not go off, and it wouldn't. I'm very experienced with guns. I've been shot twice. One by my brother in a stupid hunting accident, by a shotgun, just like Trump. It's kind of weird that happened. Trump got shot. I got shot in the same damn ear. One BB of 172 BBs in a shotgun shell. One of them, half of one, grazed the edge of my ear, putting a half moon shape.
Let's get into it. Sold Not For Sale podcast. Coach Colin here. We got Joe Rogan.